C, back pocket. Okay?
Hey, boys.
All right.
Use your voice all day. Use your voice, okay? Swannaroos on 3. 1, 2, 3. Swannaroos! Let's go, boys! 1, 2, 3, 3.
Strong in that order was fantastic.
Welcome back to Field 2, and we are live from Tucson, Arizona, here at the Kino Sports Complex for the 2025 USAFL National Tournament. It's Division I men's semifinal. The right to go on and likely play the Austin Crows in the grand final on Cooper's Field at 3 p.m. today. It's the Denver Bulldogs against the New York Magpies with a spot in the granny on the line. Patrick Machado joined alongside Troy Thompson for this matchup, and it's been Austin year in and year out. But first, these two teams will play for the right to play the Kings.
Yeah, these two have been historically heavyweights over the years and fought for many titles. Early days of the USAFL, the Bulldogs won a whole lot of them in a row. New York Magpies have won a number of titles in their own right. So both of them will be keen to give it a crack again. It might be against Austin, but it might not.
Upset certainly can happen. If I were a betting man, I would say it would likely be the Austin Crows looking to put a little insurance on their record for the most titles in league history. The Denver Bulldogs with a chance to tie it up if they make it there, as we are underway in the men's Division I semifinal. New York pushing forward. The Denver Bulldogs. Josh Young with a long kick from outside 50, and it's spoiled through the big sticks for a minor score. So Denver Bulldogs first on the board. 15 seconds into this game, one behind, plays no score on the Watch AFL scoreboard.
Crucial spoil there by Stratford. Big leap and punch. Now bring it in.
New York looks up the far side channel over the head of its intended target. Tapped at by number 54, the Dogs. They all go to ground. Umpire will call for the ball and will ball it up just in front of the Bulldogs bench. Back up into the air, tap down. New York looking for a way to escape. Little handball and a soccer out. It will go out on the full off the tent of the New York bench, and it looks like Wills Brasil will go in to take that free kick. Denver playing in all of the grand finals in the last 3 years. Over the line, out of bounds. We'll throw it in again. Rucks nominate. Matthew Carlson there for the Bulldogs. Taps it down. Farniola picks up the crumb. Gets a kick away from the contest. Running onto it is Daniel Duffield with a kick down the pocket. Diving for it is David Thorne. It's spoiled by New York. And back out into the corridor. New York looks to move quickly here. Spills out to Farniola. Handballs it further in the center. Jay Bliston. Wrapped up in a tackle is Brasil. Little kick by number 35 in New York. Comfortably into the arms of Matt Moore. The Bulldogs at the center of the ground. Here's the kick inside 50 to a 2-on-1. Tapped down by New York. Running onto it is Stephen McAvilly. New York clears it away from their defending 50. Back out to the far side wing. And over the line, out of bounds. No, it's just kept in for a moment, and now it's forced over the line. 2 minutes into this game, still just the one behind for Denver. Off the restart. And it will be Denver working out of the middle. Bouncing ball enters inside 50. New York picks up the ball. Kick to the other end of the field. There, it's intercepted by Denver. Cleanly by Justin Hammond. Denver with another foray forward. Kick to a one-on-one, spoiled over the line by number 28. Another boundary throw. Far side, half forward. for the Denver Bulldogs. And it's kept in by Denver. Spinning around, delivers one inside 50. New York first on the ball, little fumble. Now David Thorne charges in for Denver. Clearing kick by New York. Spots a one-on-one on the far side. Over the heads of everybody. Little handball to number 28 of New York. Now New York with their first journey inside 50. Off the hands of the Denver defender. Immediately wrapped up in a tackle. And New York will get a forward 50 stoppage 4 minutes into this contest.
Yeah, Denver making the early running in this game, but really disciplined defending from New York so far. They'd be happy to be going forward for the first time.
Number 7 with the ball, spinning around, having a shot on goal, and it is out on the full. Just couldn't push it left enough. Free kick Denver. 1-0 Denver early in this contest with a chance to go to the Men's Division I Grand Final later today. New York attacks the ball. Denver with a clearing kick, and that one gets the boundary line, just bounces inside. It'll be a throw in, center half forward for New York. .50 out of the ruck. Ball in dispute on the ground. They all dive for it. It'll be a ball up in front of the Magpies bench. Tap down. Little handball out. Still congested in front of the bench, and umpire will ball it up again. New York with a first possession off of that. Very much an even game here in the early going.
I like the defensive hand in there, just stopping the kick there from Denver.
Carlson with the tap down. And the third try can't separate these two sides. How about number 4? New York with a tap up into the air. Now Denver will get a center clearance. Here's David Thorne with some speed. Little chip kick to the far side forward pocket, and it's marked. And Denver will go back and have a shot on goal. It's Lachlan Fleet.
That really was a massive pack in the middle of the field, and all it meant is it left so much space in front of that pack for Denver to run into.
So Lachie Fleet with the first set shot opportunity for Denver. Kick is on the way, and it is just off to the left and through for behind. Denver Bulldogs 2 behinds. New York Magpies yet to score. 7.5 traveled in this opening term. That's on the Watch AFL scoreboard, the official international streaming partner of the AFL. Holding the man called, and New York will get the free. New York will look to play it up the middle of the ground. Chip kick will go back. Continuing up now on the near side wings. Spoiled out by Bliston. Denver will also look corridor. New York with the tap on. Finds David Thorne of the Bulldogs. Now they all go to ground, and it'll be a ball up. Near side half forward. Denver threatening again. Toss back into play. Winning the tap is Matthew Carlson. Trying to spring Benjamin Collins. Pressure from 38 breaks up that space to move through. It'll be a ball up inside forward 50 for the Bulldogs. Now New York with a low clearing kick. Bouncing ball into the center of the ground. Chased at by Matthew Carlson. He's wrapped up by number 33. Got the handball away. Channing Hurley delivers inside 50. Top of the square. Crashing the pack off the hands of the New York player. Spills out the back. Couldn't be brought in by the Bulldog. It's wrapped up, and New York will pick up the crumb and clear it out to the edge of 50, where it's picked up by Daniel Duffield, captain of this Denver side. Handballs it back. Now delivers it to the near side forward pocket, off the hands of a Magpie player. Number 29 with a bump, brought to ground. Here's Luke Durkin with a chance. David Thorne from the boundary, and it is marked on the line, but it crossed over, says the goal umpire. So that'll be the 3rd point on the board for the Bulldogs. 3 plays, nothing, 8.5 played on the Watch AFL scoreboard.
Yeah, that was really interesting. Duffield getting that play moving from the middle, but he's actually been quite heavily tagged by number 54 from New York. But in that occasion, he was able to break away from that and get that ball moving. We saw him yesterday. His speed is so important around the backs for Denver.
Umpire calling it back. So we'll do this. Kick in once again. Plays on. Looks up the near side wing and coughs it up to Benjamin Collins, who read that one all the way. Delivers one to a one-on-one. Charging in there, off hands. New York comes away with it. Switching the play over as Denver brings their pressure. Number 7 for New York, little handball out. Gets the handball receive, and now New York is able to clear the line to center. Off the hands of Matthew Carlson as New York look to flip the field. Denver resetting in defense. Handball. And New York loses it. Denver delivers inside 50. Dakota Hunt marks on the edge of 50. Plays on. Hunt has a look at the goals, and this one will be through for a goal. On the run, Denver gets their first. 1-3-9, plays no score. Bulldogs lead the Magpies on the Watch AFL scoreboard halfway through this opening term.
Yeah, I feel like the Magpies are happy just to keep the game close, and they have done up until then. Denver finally able to break through that defence. You've seen each time the ball's been down on that Denver forward line, the New York players have flooded back there in numbers, so it's been difficult for them when they've tried to come out. That time the ball came out, and a quick rebound back in left it open for Denver to run in and kick that goal.
Back into the middle. Strong tap forward by New York. And it will be a free kick to Denver. Didn't see what it was for.
That's going to be 50.
But and now a 50-meter penalty. This will take them within range.
Did not return the ball directly to the player with the free kick, just dropped it to the ground.
So after all that work New York put in, holding Denver to 9 points through 10 minutes of play, Damian Farnola, one of the other captains on this Denver side, together with Duffield, will get a shot on goal around about 40 meters out directly in front. Maybe about 35. Kick is on the way. It's straight. There is number 2 for the Bulldogs. And the 50-meter penalty costs the Pies. 2-3-15 plays no score. 11.5 through the opening half.
Yeah, a semi-final like this, you can't really afford to have those little slip-ups. It may seem like a nothing thing in the moment. He sort of just tossed the ball in the direction. You've got to make sure you return it to the play with the free kick.
The USAFL is sponsored by Tasmania and is committed to becoming a major partner of the United States Australian Football League for another 5 years. Tasmania is known for its natural beauty, vibrant culture, and world-class produce. It is truly a destination worth discovering. Back into the middle, New York delivers a long ball, friendly bounce into the arms of Duffield. Continuing it down that far wing. Bounces inside 50, a little tumble. Free kick called the way of the Pies.
Duffield just breaking free of that tag there. It's one thing tagging Duffield, it's another thing keeping up with him.
Little tap down to ground. And I think New York's going to get another free kick. Right in front of their benches. One kick away from 50. What can they would do with this? Delivers one to a one-on-one. Has a man on a lead and mark taken. New York with an opportunity to go for goal. Their first of the game. Little handballs it off. Takes the space, kicks a wobbler across the face and through for a minor score. So New York's on the board, cuts the lead down to 14. 2-3-15 plays one behind.
I like that discipline there from New York. They just had the one forward in there. No one else flooded in. They left space and run into and mark. Little dish off was good. Unfortunately, the shot was wide.
Denver from the square. Kicks it out to halfback. New York's number 18 on the ball. Handballs it to number 7. Here's 54. High kick. Spoiled by number 5. Ball brought to ground. They fight for it on the deck. Umpire crosses himself. Will ball it up with 6 minutes to play in this opening half. Watch AFL around the grounds. The Austin Crows lead the Golden Gate Roos 7-0 on the field behind us in the other Division I semifinal. As here's a mark for Denver and another entry inside 50. All the way over the back. David Thorne wraps the man up in a tackle, got the handball away. New York with some time down this near side wing. Shakes the defender, has a bounce, delivers one near side, and over the line, out of bounds, just ahead of Lowry. Boundary throw.
Yeah, had a little bit more time there. Could have taken a look and probably spotted up his teammate there. Tried to just quickly get the kick where he thought his teammate was going to be and didn't come off.
Flung back into play. Taps it over to David Thorne. He runs into the pocket. Gets the handball away to Dakota Hunt. Keeps it in. And New York marks in defense. And looks to go corridor side. Long kick to a one-on-one. Tapped down by Denver. Picked up by New York. Handballs it further into half forward. Tapped down by Max Eckstein for the Dogs, and strong tackle. Ball up, pinned against the boundary line. Near side half forward for the Pies. Some space to work through for Denver. Flipping the field off the hands of Lockie Fleet. Over the line, out of bounds. 15 plays one, 14-point lead to Denver. Coming up on 4 minutes to play in this opening half with a spot in the grand final on the line. Brasil with a double-handed tap into the center of the ground. Ball in dispute. McAvilly reverses it for Luke Durkin. Bulldogs in control. Switching the field to the near side wing. Picks it up on the one hop. Tackled without the ball. Umpire calls play on. Number 8 for the Pies goes back the other way, and here's a mark for number 33, just on the edge of 50. Kicks it to a one-on-one, and number 11 marks it for New York. The most dangerous chance of the game for the Pies coming up. Deep inside 50, scoring chance coming up for New York.
Very lucky there, New York. I think that should have been a holding, a man call on the wing here.
Instead, it'll be a scoring opportunity for Jelinek. Walks in. And off the outside of the boot, tapped down by Denver. They go to work on the ground, and it'll be a forward 50 stoppage for New York.
Yeah, really needed to take the mark there. That man down there for New York on the line. They're going to be in this game. They've got to be kicking goals.
Closing stages of this first half.
I think we may have a blood rule.
Yeah, small stoppage, waiting for the player to get off. Now the restart. Picked up by Daniel Duffield. Denver clears it outside. Here's another chance for the Pies with a penetrating kick, top of the square, one-on-one. It's long and it hit the post. So close to being a goal. Hits the PVC. And New York has their second point on the goal. 2-3-15 plays 2 behinds. 2 minutes to go in the half.
Player on the line there just trying to shepherd that through, but as it turned out, he should have been going to mark.
Denver from their defensive 50. Looks up the far wings. to the pack. And over the line, out of bounds. Throw in approaching 1:30 remaining in this half. On the restart, picked up out the back by Rice Quinn. Free kick, New York. And here's a line drive kick into the forward pocket. Takes a couple bounces. Quinn there to guide it out of bounds for another throw in. Final minute in this half.
Yeah, you got it.
One last chance for New York to get a score before the half.
Yeah, free kick out of this contest would be very nice for New York and have a shot perhaps after the siren even.
45 seconds approximately to go. New York had it for a moment. No space to do much. Denver clears the lines. Out to the center of the ground. Picked up by New York once again. Need a kick and need a mark. Final seconds of the half. Delivers to the edge of 50. Off hands. Brought to ground. Handball out to the line. Here is Josh Young for Denver. Plays one out to the center of the ground off the hands of Matthew Howell. Little dribbling kick, and that will do it for this first half. The Denver Bulldogs lead by 13 points after 20 minutes of play, 2-3-15 to 2 behinds.
Yeah, good solid contest, both teams. I've really felt Denver had the running, particularly the first half of that quarter. They got the early goal on the board and then followed up with that fortunate 50-metre penalty that went their way. Bit of indiscipline from New York. New York really fought back into it there in that last 5 minutes, had some chances, didn't come off, but sets it up for a good second half. New York would be happy to keep it that close.
Game very much in the balance. 13 points here. Watch AFL around the grounds on the field behind us. The Austin Crows are 5-4-34, 6-4-40 as we speak against the Golden Gate Roos, who have yet to score. So in all likelihood, it'll be Austin versus one of these two teams. We'll find out which one after this. Back for the second half between the Dogs and the Pies here from the 2025 USAFL National Tournament here on Field 2 from the Kino Sports Complex in Tucson, Arizona. It's the Dogs that lead the Pies 15-2 at the break. Secondary stoppage in the middle. Denver going from right to left in this half. New York going from left to right, and they deliver one inside 50, charging after it. Trying to corral it is number 33. Little palm on to buy some time. Justin Hammond is in there for the Dogs. He's taking the ground, and is going to get the free kick. Tackled without the ball. And Denver will move forward. One of these teams will play the Austin Crows on the Coopers Field at 3 o'clock today. Steve McAvilly handballs it into some space. Mac Eckstein looks to get the boundary line. And New York is appealing for deliberate out of bounds, and they're going to get this one. And handballing it off, number 24, squaring ball, spots a man at the top of the 50, and it's marked. And New York will get an early shot on goal here in the second half, looking to make it a 2-score game. And playing on, Mark just ahead of the center square. New York kicks the goal. There's the one they needed. 2-3-15 plays 1-2-8. Denver still in front. Watch AFL scoreboard.
Perfect start to the second half for the Magpies. Exactly what they needed. A really smart switch kick across to the fat side there to Franklin. And he delivered that short pass in, and they got on with it. Got the goal done, back in the game.
Down to a 7-point margin. Back into the middle. Picked up by New York. High ball inside 50 off the hands of the Denver player. Handballs it back to number 24, who delivers another one. Spots a one-on-one off the hands of number 33. Brought to ground. And it'll be another free kick to New York. Shot will be from about 45 meters out with a chance to cut this lead down to 1 point. Handballs it off. Long kick, top of the square, off hands, and spills out to Denver. McAvilly will clear the line to the edge of 50, where it's marked by number 24 of New York. Chip kick, right into the arms on the second bite on the cherry. Mark New York. And set shot coming up for the Pies. Number 73 to take it. Delivers one top of the square off hands. Picks up the crumb. Snaps at goal. Across the face and through for a minor score. So now 1 goal the diff. 2-3-15 plays 1-3-9. Dogs ahead by 6, 3.5 into the second term.
Yeah, just missing that snap off to the right, but New York have to take their opportunities, so good to see them taking on and attacking the goal.
Denver from their own square. Wills Brissell on the lead, near side. Instead, they're going to go far side wing. Kick to a contest, over the heads of everybody. Tapped down by Denver. And now they're out. Benjamin Collins with a kick inside 50. Looking near side forward, far side forward pocket. And it's going to be out of bounds and a throw in. Tapped down by Franklin. New York coming away with the clearance, and it'll be out on the full. Free kick Denver. It's a team practicing off on the field to our...
Yeah, all those balls from the Austin Crows women out there is a little bit confusing in the background.
Absolutely. And
it's the one closest to us, Patrick.
Yep. It's easy when it's closer to you now, isn't it? Free kick to Carlson coming up for Denver. Handballs it off to Farnola. Low line drive kick. Takes a couple bounces. New York will run onto the ball. Pressured by Denver. Pushed towards the boundary line. And earning the stoppage is McAvilly. Boundary throw. Near side half forward for the Dogs. Tap down to Josh Young. Young wrapped up in the tackle. Umpire calls play on. Brought in by Farnola. Delivers one to the top of the arc. Off the hands of Cleary for the Pies. Matthew Carlson with the ball, and New York's going to get a free. Kick into the center of the ground. Number 1 is there for New York. Kick inside 50, and it's brought in by Daniel Duffield. Looks near side pocket, spots his man on the lead. And Lucky Fleet will mark on a sharp angle very close from goal.
Yeah, once again, Duffield's being tagged this quarter and just managed to slip away there and get that kick in.
So Fleet, sharp angle, goes the drop punt, kicks it well, and pushes it too far to the right, and it's tapped over. Actually, it'll be out on the full. May have hit the post on the way out. No score. Still a 1-goal lead for the Denver Bulldogs. 6.5 into the second half. Almost a costly turnover from New York there. Ball brought to ground. Near side half forward. Ball up. Denver threatening here. Tapped down by Carlson. On the ball now is number 26 for New York. Kick down the line, side winding kick, just lands inside and does a very good job of flipping the field out of bounds.
1-goal game here. New York just looking to level that up.
Brought back into play. Taken on the full out of the ruck. Channing Hurley. Ran over the ball. New York with a delivery inside 50. Holding the man free is going to be paid against the Pies. And Wills Brissell will give it to Channing Hurley, who handballs it off. Looking to switch the play over to Farnola, who delivers one to the edge of 50. Couldn't take the mark was David Thorne. New York picks up the crumb and looks to go down the line. Mark taken as his teammates push forward. Chopping one off to number 1 in the center of the ground. Looking corridor. Long kick inside 50. Did he take the mark? He did. Nice contested mark from the Pies. That's
Lowry.
That's Lowry with a chance to draw these scores level. 45 to 40 meter kick. Lowry strides in. Kick is on the way, and it is dead center perfect. Scores are level in the Division I men's semifinal.
Great work there from Lowry. Just protected the space in front and made sure he could take that mark on his chest under a lot of pressure, but held firm. And it was a great finish with a nice drop punt kick for goal.
2-3, 15 apiece. Scores are tied with 11 minutes to play here in this second half on the Watch AFL scoreboard, the official international streaming partner of the AFL. Back into the middle. 11 minutes to play with a spot in the grand final against the Austin Crows on the line. Ball in dispute on the ground. Here's a handball to Josh Young. Young with a little chip kick inside 50. Matthew Howell's in on the ball. Umpire spots a free on the other field, not this one we play on. Now it's a holding the ball free kick. New York earns it.
Yeah, important possession at halfback for New York.
Number 1 with the tackle in defense. Looks far side, near side wing, excuse me.
Any score here by either side to take the lead could be a winner because you know it's going to be tight right to the end.
Stratford's kick turns it over to Denver. Back the other way. Ball on the ground. Picked up by Stratford once again. Delivers it to the edge of 50. Off hands. Spills out to number 29 who picks up the crumb. Delivers one to the far side pocket. Off hands once again with some space. High footy. Top of the square. 2-on-2. Off hands. Brought to ground. They all dive after the ball and the umpire will ball it up just on the edge of the goal square. New York threatening to score with 9 minutes remaining in this second half. Brought down to ground by Denver. Deep in defense. It will be a push in the back directly in front of goal, and New York with a shot directly in front to take the lead for the first time this game. Number 73 directly in front, off the outside of the boot, but still kicks the goal.
That was just, from this angle, it was a very near thing.
Wobbled off to the left, but distance made that not a problem, and New York have hit the front. The Pies lead the Bulldogs by 1 goal, 3-3-21 plays 2-3-15 on the Watch AFL scoreboard.
Pressure on the Bulldogs now. They've got to score. Not just score, they need 2 scores.
New York can smell it. 8 minutes to go. With a chance to end Denver's run of grand final appearances and take on the Austin Crows later today. Ball on the edge of 50 for New York. Kicked out by Denver. And there's going to be a free kick. It's going to get brought back.
Yeah, no advantage paid there. Might not have hurt Denver if it had been paid advantage. But now they have the ball in possession.
So Denver on the edge of their defensive 50. Looks up the far wing. Ball out the back. Daniel Duffield turns on the Jets. New York picks it up. Line drive kick. Far side forward pocket. And didn't look like a mark, but a free was paid. So New York with another chance.
Yeah, big chance deep out on the boundary. He's just going to go through his routine. Try and make sure he kicks this.
This would hurt. Kick is on the way. It has the distance. Is it over the line? Was it touched before it got through? No, it wasn't. New York open up a 2-goal lead. 4-3-27 plays 2-3-15.
Well, they played this well, the New York Magpies. As I said, they're happy just to keep the game close until their opportunities came. First, it came through a free kick and then through a good mark out there on the boundary. Pushing hard now, the Magpies. I said before that Denver needed 2 scores to win. Now they need 3. And that's a free kick for an extra player inside the square against New York. So Denver taking it forward with the initiative.
Potentially very costly, but New York is able to get it on the forward end of the field, being chased down by Lowry. Lowry picks it up, delivers one inside 50 to a contest. Off hands, crumbed by New York. Has a quick shot on goal, and this one sidewinds to the left and tapped through for a minor score.
Nice work across half back there from Magic Mike Murphy. Just getting that ball down the wing, getting the ball moving for the Magpies, and now it's in their 50.
But that behind is critical because now it's another score that Denver's going to need with 5 minutes remaining in this second half. New York on the precipice of a grand final appearance. Kicked out to the center of the ground. McAvilly takes the mark. Goes up the corridor, spots a one-on-one. Off the hands of a Magpie. Crumbed by Dakota Hunt. Handball off to Howell, who delivers to a one-on-one. Good spoil there by New York, appealing for a free kick. None coming. Brought to ground, wrapped up in a tackle. Forward 50 stoppage for the Bulldogs. 4.5 to play in this game. Denver need a score. Tap down. Out of the reach of Dakota Hunt. Repeat stoppages favor the Pies in this running clock format. Needing a clearance are the Dogs.
You'll see in there that heavy tag that has been on Duffield all game. Right. Yesterday he's able to break the game open. Today he's very closely tagged.
Tapped out to the near side pocket. Dakota Hunt comes away with the ball. Gets a kick away. Bouncing ball. Picked up by New York. Little kick looking for the boundary. It'll go out of bounds and a throw in. 3.5 to play. Flung back into play. Picked up by Denver. Ball spills out the back. Dangerous tackle. Denver's going to get a free kick here. Matthew Carlson handballs it off to Duffield. Duffield delivers to the top of the square. Intercept mark taken by New York. Sends it down the far wing. Picked up by Farnola. Farnola spins around, delivers one top of the square. Out the other side, over the line for a boundary throw deep inside the attacking 50 for the Dogs. They need to convert it into points here.
Denver really needed that to come off. As it is, it's just eating up time.
3-kick ball game. 2.5 minutes to go. Here's the throw in. Denver with possession off of it. Can't get a kick away. Fighting for it on the ground. You know New York is going to want to get these repeat stoppages. And they break free, but not before the umpire calls for it. Ball up. Brought to Denver with a little kick. Off balance. Being tackled as they made it. Ping at goal. And
out of bounds on the full.
Out of bounds on the full with 2 minutes to go. New York are almost home here. Denver's been in the grand final for the last few years against the Austin Crows.
They'll be happy just to kick this to a tall target, have it come off hands and go over the boundary for a throw in.
New York just looking to bleed out the clock to end that run for the Bulldogs.
Ball up will do.
Tick, tick, tick. Tossed back into play. Kept it at the line, but
oh, that's a big falcon.
Smothered.
That's a big falcon.
Caught it right in the nose. But does the job.
And that's not going to help the clock situation for Denver already.
Not
it's
at
eaten
all.
up at least 10 seconds. Denver players rightly concerned that this is eating up their clock time of what's left.
Didn't see if they called time off. So we will wait to hear for a siren, but it's a 3-kick ball game. So New York are pretty much home here. Ball in dispute. Stoppage 1. 4-4-28 plays 2-3-15. Have to get a kick forward, but New York win possession out of the stoppage. To ground, Channing Hurley just heaves one forward into the corridor to a contest. Tap down. There's the siren, and New York are going to the grand final to play the Austin Crows later today, defeating the Denver Bulldogs. 4-4-28, 2-3-15 the final.
Denver, you can see the faces of the players. They're shattered. This is a game that they would have been reasonably confident they could win, but New York just put up a fantastic effort right through the game. As I said, kept it really tight in that first half, kept the score close enough that they were in touch, and took those opportunities when they had it to go forward and kick those goals in the second half.
Congratulations to New York. Commiserations to Denver. And we are set up for a 3 p.m. battle on Cooper's Field between the Crows and the Pies for the Division I premiers. Coming up next on this field will be the Women's Division I semifinals between the Denver Bulldogs and the Austin Crows. They will play the winner of the Minnesota Freeze and the Golden Gate Iron Maidens, which will be going on the field behind us. And that comes up in about 10 minutes' time. Congratulations to New York. 28-15 the final. We'll be back